You are all welcome to our first class of quantum psychotherapy, how to apply quantum principles in our work with clients. And we've been on the first class of quantum psychology. So now we are graduating into quantum psychotherapy. So we are on a pilgrimage that started during the quantum psychology class. And we now know that there is a realm beyond the physical world that challenges our pre-existing perception of the world, the person we believe we are, and the world we perceive. What appears to us as a world made of matter, from our localized perspective, these unseen realms of the memories of people, places, and events are as real to us as the physical world that we live in and can touch and see and hear. The people we serve, those we work and live with, however, they still walk through the world believing that things are as they seem. And in the quantum mechanics world of energy, nothing is separate, everything is an energy field with no borders to it. How do we communicate to these people that we serve, these people that we live with, that there is real power behind what is seen so as to reshape reality and healing? Because beneath the surface of the physical, visible world we live in, there is a field, there is a living, vibrating expanse of potential. And this realm is considered to be more powerful because it is the source of the physical world and it operates beyond physical laws and the limitations of time and space. It is a realm of oneness. Connecting to the realm of oneness is seen as a return to one's true nature or the true self or the authentic self, the higher self, which is a spiritual being, not merely a physical body and mind. We are more than our physical body. We are mystic. And we are more wave than particle. So science says that atoms of matter are mostly empty space, which is 99% energy, or wave, which is quantum, and only 1% particle. So can we help the people we serve, the people we work and live with, to see themselves as wave, not just as particle? And not just looking at themselves and the world through the eyes of the body, seeing a world of form and solid matter. Will we get them to see beyond solid particles, beyond seeing separate forms and objects, to shift to see the world through the inner eyes, for everything to be transformed back into waves, to see the world of oneness instead of a world of separate forms? In the world beyond the physical, we are connected with a deeper dimension of existence that provides a profound connection beyond our immediate material experience, which is a glimpse of our waking mind. That glimpse that our waking mind can't hold because it is something vast and timeless. How can we provide a conducive environment where clients shift from seeing themselves through a purely physical lens to a wider perspective to recognize their identity beyond the material aspects and embrace their inner, non-physical self to know their connection to a larger reality. The realm of oneness is a non-physical reality where all apparent separation between individuals, separation between objects, and the living and the divine is an illusion. Transcending the physical world to this realm involves a shift in consciousness to realize the interconnectedness of all existence. When we understand and fully appreciate the person in front of us as a conscious being who is a manifestation of their own emotional, energetic experiences in physical form and psychological consequences, we are better able to help this person in front of us, this client, this parishioner, this novice, this employee, to get them to heal. As we were growing up, we learned all about the physical world. And we learned about things we can see, touch, and feel because this is obvious. And it is easy for us now to relate to the physical world. And we are used to looking at the world in physical form and in physical terms. However, there is a whole second side of the world that is energy. And if we are not tuned into the energy world, we are only using half of our human abilities. When we become aware of this other world of energy, things start to move very fast when we communicate and create or heal through energy. We get to know a part of us bigger than our physical body. And there is so much to us than this physical body. When we have energy awareness, the little things we judged about our appearance start to go away because we see the bigger picture. We don't just exist in the physical world. We are dualistic beings, existing both in unseen consciousness and flesh. And most of us are unaware how much of our lives are pure consciousness. As Jeffrey Ellen says, we are dualistic beings, a combination of spiritual, immaterial energy, that soul mind, that higher non-physical self, and a physical material body, our earthly, humus, physical existence. Existing in both the seen and the world unseen realms is what being dualistic is all about. So the core challenge is balancing these aspects, balancing the material and non-material. And neglecting either of them leads to incompleteness. And the physical body is only part of us that is localized in time and space. Our spirit part of who we truly are easily traverses between different places, different times. And time and space is a physical body level concept. We are connected to other people's spirit minds. So we have two minds as well. We have the material mind, which is for the body and the material world. And we also have the spirit mind, which is for our spirit or energy. And energetically, there is a way the spirit mind works with the material mind. And when these two minds work together, we can have dominion over the physical world's challenges, chaotic situations, event circumstances, and the world's ever-changing phenomena. We've been slaves to external situations that feed us with the story they want us to believe, such as those chaotic work issues, such as manipulation of the stock market and high taxes, such as relationship and parenting challenges, such as scarcity, poverty, and dwindling bank account. And we've been programmed through movie, through music, through schools, and kept in a narrow bandwidth through low vibrational energies of worry, doubt, fear, anger, hate, greed, revenge, division, crime, competition, jealousy, and fear for our safety. We have been manipulated into a holographic made-up reality of relative changing phenomena, of changing behavior of people, of the changing appearances of our own bodies, the changing social financial status that steal our joy and are impermanent. So why do we focus and allow impermanent relative reality to keep us in hell while we are still in these physical bodies on a physical planet called Earth? We can look beyond the physical and end our psychological upset state. We are here for something great than we can touch. We can have a transformation of material world into an energy world and see what lies beyond our perception of reality. Because our perceived reality is a limited construct. Deeper, ultimate divine reality exists beyond the physical world. And there might be more to reality than what we perceive solely through our physical senses that only capture a narrow slice of the full spectrum of existence, non-physical phenomena, and other dimensions. How can we apply the principles of quantum physics to our relationships with the people we serve, work, and live with? Because these people that we serve, work with, and live with may still be identifying with the limited sense of existence, living an impoverished life because they see themselves as separate entities. And they, like us, before we come onto this course, they have been brought up to see the world and themselves from a lens of a physical realm, believing that everything that is real is what they can see and touch. They are not yet aware that the real world is beyond the physical, visible world. They have gotten to trust this world because it holds shape. However, when we start to use energy in our work as quantum psychologists for healing, things start to move very fast. Because even though we are used to working in the physical world, even though we are used to addressing physical symptoms, energy work comes first, and then work in the physical world comes second. Before taking action in the physical material world, an inner shift in the realm of energy is created to facilitate an outer physical result. And energy work happens first, and then the physical world aligns to match the energy world. And that means that energy work precedes physical manifestation in the physical. So clearing blockages in the subtle energy field of our body first will facilitate subsequent, more effective physical healing, because our thoughts, emotions, intentions are energy, and they create a vibrational frequency that the physical world eventually aligns with. When we have an idea, it starts as energy and then eventually manifests in our physical world. We become what we think. Thoughts become things. So if you learn to work in the energy realm first, then there will be much faster, more stronger results than you get when you, after, do take an initiated, inspired action in the physical world to bring that manifestation from the unseen realm so that you can touch it and hold it in your arms. If we can conceive it, we can hold it. So what's the relevance and application of quantum physics to psychotherapy? Quantum psychotherapy introduces you to the world of energy and healing at the emotional and energetic level, transcending physical, medical, biochemical, neuroscience models of treatment as a complementary, I repeat that, as a complementary, holistic approach that addresses the root causes of disease at the deepest level of consciousness for profound and lasting healing. And it operates on the premise that the body and mind aren't just physical, but also systems of intelligent energy in constant flux, where thoughts, emotions, and consciousness influence physical health. Our emotions and our thoughts and the physiological processes are interconnected through energetic, chemical, and neural pathways, moving beyond the traditional dualistic view that separates the mind from the physical body. So your body is not just physical. It is an intelligent energy system. Thought, movement, and healing flow through bioelectric currents within you. Your body is far more intelligent than you were ever taught. And the human body is composed of and influenced by vibrating energy. And quantum healing at the energy level suggests that because all matter is fundamentally vibrating energy, health can be restored by manipulating the body's energy fields rather than just treating physical symptoms, as it aims to fix the underlying energy imbalance in every cell of our body, strengthening the energy system. So quantum healing uses intention, it uses meditation, and it uses Reiki and sound frequencies to clear blockages and to balance chakras, which are energy centers, and to restore cellular harmony. Quantum healing addresses the root causes of illness by restoring the proper frequency and balance, which impacts our cellular function. Listen to yourselves right now. What do you think is happening in your body, in every part of your cell, because of the thoughts and emotions you were thinking? Is your body feeling healthy because of the positive thoughts and emotions? Or is your body feeling depleted of energy because of toxic thinking? Our human body isn't just a collection of cells, organs, and tissues. Our human body is energy. And every thought, every emotion, every environment we expose ourselves to impacts us at the subatomic level. And quantum healing explores how these microscopic energetic interactions influence health, disease, and recovery. Because the body is a vibrating field of energy and information. So quantum healing posits that the human body is an interconnected system of energy, not just physical matter, which can be influenced at the subatomic level through consciousness, intention, and frequency. And by addressing energy imbalances and blockages or low frequency vibrations of negative thought, this holistic approach triggers self-repair to reduce stress and improve wellness. So techniques often involved meditation, visualization, Reiki, sound healing, and breath work to harmonize the body's energy field. Ask yourself this question. What if healing isn't just about medicine and nutrition, but also about restoring balance within our body's energy field? And what if true recovery lies not just in suppressing symptoms with medication, but in aligning with the body's natural intelligence and working with it, not against it? Our body is seen as a self-regulating organism with its own innate intelligent feedback systems. It is a masterpiece of microscopic intelligence working in harmony to protect us. And the brain and the body communicate through neurotransmitters and hormones, which are physical manifestations of thought and emotions directly influencing the health of our cells. And the body teaches us its intelligence. Do we listen to its little whispers? The mysteries of our physical body will open our eyes to the incredible power of the body. And there is an invisible body. There is an invisible body around our physical body. Were you aware of that? And the inner state of our physical body is reflected in this invisible body around our physical body known as the aura. And it is an energy body that is the emanation of what our physical cells, thoughts, and emotions emit. We aren't just a physical body. We emit a frequency. We emit the frequency of our thoughts, the frequency of our emotions, And they seep into our energy body, the aura, that invisible body around us. And this energy body is an energetic blueprint that precedes and guides development and health of the physical body. It's a multi-dimensional field that is influenced by our thoughts and emotions. So what thoughts have you allowed into your head, and what emotions have you allowed in your heart since morning? We need a body to interact and communicate energetically. And this physical body is a conduit for healing energy in every area of life. Do you love your physical body? Do you take good care of your physical body? If we aren't getting the things we want in life, if we aren't finding that relationship, the job, or the happiness we want, it's not that we aren't doing enough things in the physical world. What we aren't probably doing is looking into the energy world first, into that energy behind things. And this makes life so much more exciting than living the old way of looking only at the physical world. When we learn energy work, we can bring healing and balance to every area of our lives and solutions to planetary and global problems. However, what we need to understand most is that this energy work manifests through our physical body. So let's now look at how healing at the energy level beyond the physical world, beyond the biochemical medical model, happens. For the longest time, medicine has been rooted in biochemistry. We analyze blood work, hormones, cellular health, and inflammatory markers to diagnose and treat disease. And while this approach has saved life, science is just showing us that healing isn't just about chemicals, nutrients, or even lifestyle changes. There is a deeper layer to healing, an energetic layer. And this is where quantum psychotherapy comes in, with principles of quantum physics that govern subatomic particles to apply to human healing, to apply to healing our energetic field. And just like our brain uses electrical signals to communicate, our bodily cells also exchange energy to function effectively. And healing is not just about what we eat, how we move, or the medications we swallow. It is also about how our cells vibrate, communicate, and transfer energy. And this means that there is more to psychological therapeutic approaches that view the human as only a physical being with issues that can turn into disorders and pathology, and stop addressing pathology and only take a medical biochemical view when we aren't functioning well. There is more to all that. Quantum psychotherapy sees the human as an energy field and takes all that we know from the science-based psychology and adds in new cutting-edge information as it is coming through research, indicating that we are much more than physical beings, that we are energy beings. And quantum psychotherapy is quite a different viewpoint. We are not separate. We are not a separate mind in a mitzvot. We are a node in a larger field of consciousness. And this offers a groundbreaking perspective on our behavior. And it suggests that we aren't just biological creatures, but also quantum beings. And this has far-reaching implications for mental health treatments and quantum-inspired working at the deepest levels of consciousness. And we will meet quantum-inspired therapies later along our course. And this opens up new avenues in psychology and neuroscience and holds the promise of quantum-assisted counseling. And deeper insights into the interconnectedness between individuals, challenging the notion of completely separate self into the interconnectedness of mind and matter, the role of observation in shaping reality and the potential for mental states to influence physical reality, and those deeper insights into emotional processes to better understand, regulate, and manage our emotions, providing practical coping mechanisms to navigate life's challenges. And quantum cognition could help in counseling and give us direct access to the mind to provide the opportunity to cure mental disorders and the human condition where we torture ourselves endlessly and needlessly with the thoughts we keep telling ourselves in our heads. With quantum psychotherapy, we will discover that our thoughts are our choice, and this will ease our mental torture. Everything we see and touch feels solid, but quantum physics says it's not. In our physical world, matter seems solid, yet science tells us it is not. What we feel as solid is just vibrating energy that our senses can detect. When you touch yourself, you are not touching matter. You are touching and interacting with energy fields, vibrations. And science says it. Mystics knew it. Reality is vibrating, not solid matter. The existence of our physical world and everything within and around it is energy vibrating at various frequencies, informing our senses about our environment. What we see is energy in motion, not a solid something. The world we experience is energy that we perceive as a physical solid object. We are an energy field, and wherever we go and whatever we think, say, or do, we emit energy and attract the exact frequency that we have emitted. And what we do in our body and mind broadcasts to everything in our environment. And our whole body is a big storeroom of our thoughts. It's like a big brain we carry around wherever we go. And our thoughts manifest everywhere in our body, in our physical tensions, in our stomach, chest, legs, face, neck, back, everywhere. And our thoughts manifest in any sickness we have and in our energy field and in everything. What we think and feel could have a ripple effect influencing the field and the extension beyond into the world around us. And this opens the door to a fascinating possibility that our thoughts and intention can influence the field, creating real effects. And studies in neurosciences are proving that meditation rewires the brain. And epigenetics reveals that belief and emotion can alter our gene expression. Is this leading you to better therapeutic ideas? Let's look at the 3 key principles of quantum healing that can radically transform how you look at yourself and how you look at healing, and how you'll be looking at the health and healing of the people that you work with, the people that you live with, and the professional clients that come to you. And the first key principle is quantum coherence. And quantum coherence is the silence language of our cells, because our cells don't just communicate through chemical signals they emit. Every cell is in sync for the body to function optimally. And when disease sets in, this coherent harmony is disrupted, and the communication becomes chaotic between cells, and the body's energy is out of tune. How can we help that? Sunlight helps restore the body's quantum coherence for better cellular communication to regulate the body's quantum coherence. Do you take time to sunbathe in the morning hours? Artificial light disrupts cellular communication and melatonin production, leading to poor recovery. How often do we expose ourselves to the electromagnetic waves coming from appliances that we use, especially our phones? The second principle is quantum tunneling, which describes how the body defies physical barriers to heal faster. Quantum tunneling is the extraordinary ability of particles to transcend barriers that should be insurmountable according to classical physics, where chemical reactions happen in a step-by-step manner. But in quantum reality, healing doesn't always follow such predictable patterns. And that's where quantum tunneling comes in. It allows particles to bypass barriers instantly, speeding up enzymatic reactions, DNA repair, and energy production in mitochondrial cells. And this is where spontaneous healing can happen. When a skin is cut, for example, enzymes rush to repair the damage. And traditional biology would say that they move through physical pathways, but quantum tunneling allows them to jump across energy barriers, accelerating wound healing. And this also explains why some people recover faster than others, with their body's ability to utilize quantum effects gets stronger. The third principle is the biofield energy, which is the body's invisible healing force. Every living being emits an electromagnetic field known as the biofield or the aura. And it isn't a mystical concept. It is a scientific phenomenon. Our heart emits the strongest electromagnetic field in the body, 100 times stronger than the brain. And this field influences everything from immune function to emotional states. So when we strengthen our biofield by heart-focused breathing and gratitude, practicing coherent breathing, slow, deep breathing in sync with the heartbeat can strengthen our biofield. It can strengthen our electromagnetic field, our aura, reducing stress and boosting immunity. And that means that we have to avoid the electromagnetic frequency overload because of prolonged exposure to Wi-Fi and 5G and electronics, which can distract and disrupt the body's natural frequencies. And we can use grounding techniques and minimize screen time before bed to recalibrate our biofield, our aura. So, healing is not just biochemical. Healing is energetic. And our cells don't just respond to medicine, they respond to frequency and intention. Science is validating what ancient healing systems have known for centuries. And that is energy, breath, nature, and human connection are as vital to healing as medicine, especially human connection. It is time we stop looking at healing as just fixing the body. We have to realign our internal energy, restore coherence, allow the body to heal the way it is designed to. And this is the future of medicine. And this is already here. How we approach healing today, unfortunately, is fragmented. We treat symptoms, but ignore the root causes. We take pills for anxiety, but we don't address the unresolved trauma driving it. We load up on supplements for immunity, but we still stay in those toxic relationships that weaken our body's defenses. We meditate, but we keep in stress, in negativity, in overwork, and wonder why we don't get better. Healing isn't just about doing more. It's about connecting the mind, the body, and the energy field. As we come almost to the end of our presentation, let's look at how we can shift from symptom-based to system-based healing. And most of us are stuck in symptom-chasing mode. While these treatments have their place, they rarely address the symptom and why the symptom exists. And treating only the physical, we are only scratching at the surface. Healing isn't about adding more. It is about letting the body do what it's designed to do to heal itself. So ask yourself right now, How do we restore harmony between the mind and body when our minds are chaotic, when our minds are full of unprocessed stress, when our mind are filled with negative talk, or the constant pressure to fix illness overnight, or our nervous system wired for survival, when we live in fear, anxiety, and resentment, which keeps ourselves and our cells in defense mode rather than repair mode. Or when our hearts feel disconnected from ourselves, from our purpose, from our relationships, which all block the energy that is needed for healing. Can you live a positive life with a negative mind? Really? Can you live a positive life with a negative mind? And quantum psychotherapy bridges the gap between traditional medicine and the body's energy systems. And this isn't replacing medicine, but it is ensuring treatments work in harmony with the body's natural intelligence rather than against it. So let us go through these 4 steps. And the first step is aligning with the body's natural rhythms. Healing isn't just about what we put into the body, it's also about the environment we create for recovery. Bioelectrical signals influence cellular function. And the natural sunlight, especially in the morning, plays a role in immune regulation, hormone balance, and cellular repair. So do we wake up every morning with the sun and go to bed every evening as the sun covers itself? Are we following nature's natural rhythms that rhyme with our body's natural rhythms as well? The body's internal clock governs metabolism, repair, and recovery. When this rhythm is disrupted by artificial light, by erratic stress, by erratic sleep, healing slows down. So we can bring the body back into sync with the natural cycles in order to accelerate recovery. Step 2, shifting from survival mode to healing mode. Most of us are stuck in chronic stress where the body is in a constant state of flight or fight or freeze, increasing inflammation and slowing down cellular repair. And the real shift happens when the body moves into the parasympathetic mode where deep healing takes place. We can train the body to stay in a state of repair and renewal. And we can learn to slow down the mental chatter to accelerate our healing. Step 3, emotional cleansing to release blocked energy. Suppressed emotions affect the mind and create energetic blockages that weaken the body. Unresolved grief, unresolved anger, unresolved stress all alter biochemistry, impacting immune health and keeping the body in a low energy state. So we can do some exercises like journaling, talking, mindfulness, to clear emotional stagnation and free up energy that we need for healing. Forgiveness as well, self-expression, and inner reflection are all reset buttons for healing. Step 4, strengthening spiritual and social connections. Are you aware that your human body thrives on physical, emotional, and spiritual connection, especially love, gratitude, and authentic relationships? These impact our immunity, reduce stress, and enhance recovery. So quantum psychotherapy is a paradigm shift operating beyond traditional biochemical models, focusing on energy, frequency, and information. Influencing human health at the subatomic level. And consciousness and intention directly influence the body's physical state for healing that is not solely reliant on chemical interventions. And conventional medicine focuses on biochemical, molecular, and physiological processes using drugs to fix receptors. And quantum psychology moves beyond this by focusing on three things. The first thing is information over matter. So instead of just changing chemicals, quantum psychotherapy uses intention to change the information and vibrational frequencies that dictate cellular function. We can heal ourselves by directing our consciousness to that area that needs fixing. Where attention goes, energy flows. We can also focus on the observer effect. You as the therapist and your client's consciousness can influence the healing outcome. And we can also focus on quantum tunneling. Particles can jump across energy barriers for faster repair and faster healing. So as we end this presentation, there are 7 principles of quantum psychotherapy. And the first one is energy and consciousness. The second one is consciousness as primary. The third is the power of intention. The fourth is the inseparable mind-body-spirit unit. And the fifth is the energy field manipulation, where the body is surrounded by energy fields carrying information for health. And disruptions or noise in these fields are thought to manifest physical or psychological illness. And the sixth is non-locality and entanglement, stating that healing can occur instantaneously and transcend physical proximity, allowing for instant, distant healing through connected energy fields. And lastly, quantum coherence. Health is coherent in the body's energy system, while disease is a lack of it. I will repeat that. Health is coherence in the body's energy system, while disease is a lack of it. And with that, I leave you with this final question. Are you ready to work at the energy level first before you can see healing manifested in the physical? And this work is first intra with yourself, and then inter when you are working with your client, parishioner, or the people you stay or work with. Have a blessed evening. Hope this first lesson has opened some eyes. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Enjoy your evening. Namaste.